Which is better, a 5-star hotel or a private Korean Hanok stay? Today we're finding out as I'm trying a Hanok stay for the first time ever and taking you guys with me. I have always been a hotel girl, but will this experience change my mind? Guys, let's just get into this cozy Hanok video, shall we? Guys, I have just arrived at the Hanok and I am so excited to go inside and see. There's a self-check-in system at the door and then, you know, you can just enjoy from 3 p.m. and it's right now 3:30. So excited. Oh my god, this is so cool. I don't even know where the entrance is because there are so many doors. I suppose it's here. Okay, shoes off. Oh my god. Wow. So cute. And there's just immediate music playing. Oh, 너무 예쁘다. 너무 예뻐. Guys, I know this is a little bit of a luxury Hanok, but it is so pretty here and the floor is heated and it smells like tree. I think it's only right to give you guys a proper room tour, right? So let me show you all of the facilities here because there is a lot. So I'm gonna start this room tour outside from the gate so I can show you the whole property and it's like full spectrum. So when you walk in, you immediately have this courtyard that I think most Hanoks have. I'm not sure about that. Nice gardening area. And in here is actually an additional room. Really, really, really cozy. I don't know if it's possible to open this door too. It is. Oh, what? Wait. So when you open both of the doors and you turn on the light inside, it looks like this. Let's check the mattress situation. So they have actually a proper mattress and then a softer mattress pad and then a duvet. So nice. Moving on into the main house. I think if it's summer, you could also open these and then have like a whole open view, but now it's, you know, March, so it's pretty cold. So the main house can sleep 4 people, and then there's a little desk area over here where I've already set up my computer, and then behind these you can charge your phone and a little TV playing nice welcoming music. And then I love these big windows so you can see out into the courtyard. Also a really nice LG climate system for the summer. Closed bedroom with these doors. So when it's closed, it looks like this. These are obviously not like noise cancelling because they are made of this Korean traditional paper. I believe it's called hanji. Let's do a bed test to see if it's any good. Ah! You have a little area where you can hang your jackets. I have done that. And then there's this little robe that you can wear if you feel like that. Maybe there's... Oh, wait a minute. There's all kinds of things in here. Well, the first aid kit is very good to have. Some kind of games, Uno, that's so fun. Slippers, extra plugs, tutorial guide, tourist map if you feel like you need that. And now the kitchen and the dining area. So the dining table obviously seats 6 people. And then over here you have, first of all, Blue House tea set. I don't know. Wait, Blue House? Isn't that the president's house? Blue House tea set, used at official state receptions. If I break this, I'm gonna kill myself. A vinyl player, and I believe this is a little guide on how to use it. And then there are actually several vinyls. Mariah Carey. The kitchen really impressed me because normally when I go to an Airbnb, they have like 1 plate, 1 fork, and 1 knife that can't barely cut like an apple. So you can't really use it. But this kitchen literally has everything you need to cook an entire meal for 6 people, and I think that is fantastic. A lot of different utensils and then a lot of different cooking tools. Here you have a really, really nice recycling system. A lot of plates and bowls for enough people. You have the prettiest tea set for the tea experience. And now let me show you something that really surprised me because before this day, I didn't know if there was gonna be any like salt, pepper, oil or anything to cook, right? So I actually brought my own salt and pepper mix and I brought my own olive oil, and that's just... If you're traveling from really far away, why the hell on earth, like how would you get a hold of olive oil and salt and pepper, right? Because I didn't know if it was gonna be here, but I just opened this cabin and they have everything you need. Also a completely new set of really cool and chic LG washer and drying units. Now moving on to this bathroom where you have your own little jacuzzi. Yeah, you can turn them on like that. And a double sink system if you are 2 or more people. That's really nice. Plant, is this real? I think so, I don't know. Some amenities, foam cleansing, toothpaste, toothbrush. The craziest thing is that they have this whole herbal bath situation where you can choose these herbs and roots to put into your bath. Really lovely. Out here is just a shower room, very, very nice. And a toilet. So obviously everyone can see that this Hanok is very nice and very luxurious, and it's hard not to like this place. But I have one fear, and that is that I'm only staying here for one day, for one night. So my check-in is at 3 p.m. and I have to be out by 11 tomorrow, right? And now that I live in Seoul, it's easier for me to like plan and like bring a few things that I know I need and whatever. And I know the area and I know what's around here. But if you're a tourist and you're visiting for the first time, like, it's nice that there's a kitchen, but where do you get the food? You know, how much time I'm actually gonna waste or spend for going to the market, finding all the things I need to like really have a nice dinner and like really do all the things that I want here, because right now I'm just kind of empty-handed. So I'm excited to actually evaluate this and see what we're gonna conclude throughout this video. Do you know what I mean? So I have actually, oh my god, I have actually prepared a really nice menu for tonight. But for that to succeed, we first need to go to the market and get some buchu. And that's also a good chance to see and like test if it's actually enjoyable to come here and like jump down to the market, or if that's gonna take forever. Because today is Sunday and usually the markets around this Dongdaemun area, they're sometimes closed on Sundays. So I'm a bit nervous that this is gonna be me walking around everywhere to try to find some groceries. Let's put this to the test. So when you come out of the door, you actually walk straight out into the Naksan Park area, which is where the fortress wall is. You can see the Hanok that we're staying in there, and then right up here we can walk along the fortress wall to hopefully go to the market down at Dongdaemun. It is exactly 5 p.m. right now and I've just left the Hanok. So I'm the kind of person, if I'm paying for a really nice hotel or Airbnb, every second I spend outside of the property after checking in, I kind of consider as like lost value, if you know what I mean, because you're not there. Apparently this is a really popular spot. There's so many people here. So here is Dongdaemun, and then in the back over there you can see the roof of DDP. Okay, there was a vegetable market, but they didn't have any buchu, so we're still on the look and the time is ticking. It's been 10 minutes since I left the Airbnb. Here is another really big vegetable market, but they're also closed. Let's try to go the other way towards Dongmyo instead of Gyeongju. Can you give a name? 안녕하세요. 혹시 부추 있어요?
부추 없어요, 네.
I was gonna make buchu-chan, but it's gonna be hobak-chan apparently today. I've never actually made hobak-chan, so let's see how that's gonna go. 안녕하세요. Let's get some drinks. All right. I'll take a few.
Okay, thank you so much.
Are you traveling alone?
I am.
Oh, that's nice.
I always do. It's the best.
It is.
But you can go where you want when you want.
Yeah.
Yes.
Eat what you want when you want.
Exactly.
Sleep until the time you want.
Exactly. Which is what I just did. I just got out of bed.
Okay, we're back at the Hanok. It took around 35 minutes to get the things that we needed. And then I started talking to this American lady, so I spent a little bit extra time, but that's okay. So since this is a very Korean Hanok, I thought I would try to prepare a somewhat Korean style dinner, even though I obviously couldn't bring a bunch of ingredients here. But we're gonna make my version of hobak-chan, and then let me show you. I brought some leftover bomdong from my previous bomdong mukbang video, but for today I'm gonna make a more of a European style bomdong salad to go with some Hanok steak. Then I'll make a little mocktail, I think, to go with that. But if I had either ordered food to here or made kind of like European style food or whatever style food, you guys would have said, ah, you should have eaten hanshik in a Hanok. So that's why at least I wanted to buy some Hanok to honor this place. So let's just get cooking, guys. I'm starving. I guess this is like a Hanok certificate and it is around 200 grams, which is more than enough for one person. Brought 6 eggs and only this amount of flour, so I don't think it's enough flour to make proper Korean what is it, hobakjan. Usually you need to coat all of these in flour and then you need to make another flour mix. It's not gonna be the most proper hobakjan, but these are already good on their own, so I think I'll be fine. A tiny bit. I have washed all of the bumdung that I'm gonna cut into pieces and put up into the salad. The stainless steel pan, which I'm actually not used to cooking with. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. After cooking on the stainless steel stove for the first time, it took a while, let me say that. Anyway, we have our menu ready and I need a drink, but I'm trying to not drink too much alcohol these days, so I know I'm supposed to be like a really refined woman with this meal and have like a nice wine or something, and usually I am, but not today, because I heard that if you just keep doing like really young things, it helps you stay young. So that's what we're trying today. So for that reason, I'm gonna show you a wine glass, a very lovely beverage, a milk kiss. This is not sponsored, obviously. 2 dehydrated slices of organic, I believe, orange that my best friend Michelle's dad have dehydrated in Denmark. That's a problem. Yeah, that if I mix this very mature vibe with a very young vibe, it will be fine. Now, you know, this just looks like a whiskey sour. Okay, let's eat. So let me show you around. So we have my attempt of hobakjan. This is actually made by, what is it, 통밀가루. I didn't have any normal milkaru. So 참기름 with salt and pepper, some soy sauce and some wasabi. Here is the hanu. Here is our bomdong pesto parmigiano salad and our fancy milky drink. It's going into the sesame oil first. Then it's getting a bit of wasabi. Bomdong. Wow. The thing is, making this dinner was not easy because I had to go buy the hobak. I had to bring all these things. I had to make it and struggle with this pan. And it took maybe an hour and a half to like get everything and make everything. If you had been in a 5-star hotel, you could have just ordered room service. But room service would have been more expensive and you wouldn't have been able to choose exactly what you want, because I knew this is what I wanted today. That's crazy. The good thing about being in a hotel is that you don't have to clean after cooking. I have to clean all of this. But if I had come here with someone, I don't know who, maybe my mom, maybe me and my friend Michelle, and we wanted to have like the most private conversations ever, which we probably would. It's super nice that there's just no one. So guys, I finished dinner and I finished cleaning and I changed into this robe kind of thing because my own t-shirt were just bothering me. Anyway, I took some time not only to search how to clean a stainless steel pan, but also just these days I spend, I think, almost all of my free time read your comments. I have this overview where I can like sort so I can see all of your comments on all this, like all my different videos that you make, and sometimes I swear to God, some countries' people are just funnier than others, and I in particular find that Korean people are so funny in the comment section. I'm not sure if I'm wrong, but it seems to me like out and about in our daily life in Korea, it's actually the same in Denmark, so I can relate to this very well, I think. people don't just randomly stop and talk to other people or like share their big opinion about something. Like people, they're not the most expressive to random people. But to me, it seems a little bit like Korean people and also Danish people in general, they let loose a bit more in the comment section because you don't have that physical interaction and you don't have those like barriers and everything. So you can just kind of like speak freely, right? That means I get like a variety of comments, okay? There are comments that are just so honest, like brutally honest. And then there are comments where people share things about Korean culture or Korean food or Korean something that I would just never ever know in my life if it wasn't for these comment sections, like where certain tree sorts are from, what history belongs to certain foods, or what the names of certain dishes actually means, or like there's just all these layers of things that I would never have a chance to know if it wasn't for my comments. So guys, you don't know how much joy I find in reading my comments, and sometimes they're also like really rude ones where I'm just like, thank you for that.
한국말 못하면 유튜브 하지 말라고.
Period. Sorry. 재밌다. 이거 진짜 유튜브 진짜 재밌어요 요즘. But guys, I think 이제 진짜 배불렀어. 조금 산책할까? Go for a walk because my stomach is digest. 어디가? I think I have to come back here with either my mom or Michelle or like I don't know, like someone. Because it would be so cozy to just sit here and have like something, like just some vibes, you know, sit there and chill. So beautiful. I actually cannot believe how pretty this is. And I cannot believe I get to see the first cherry blossoms in Seoul. Oh. Okay, so something funny happened earlier. Some tourist, they were kind of lost and they knocked at the doors because I think they thought that the Hanok is like something you can visit, maybe a cafe or whatever, and they wanted to ask for directions. So no, I could have stayed inside, but I just chose to go out and ask them what they wanted, and they said, oh, we want to come inside. And I was like, you can't come inside, I'm having dinner. And then they showed me some other Hanok on their phone that they were supposed to visit. They asked like, oh, okay, so what is this? And I'm like, it's a house. And they said, do you live here? And I said, yeah, I do. And I was like, today. Because obviously I don't live there, but I didn't lie. I corrected myself and said, today I live here. So as you go along the wall, you get a nicer view of Seoul. You can also see the Namsan Tower in the back. And then there are many small cute cafes like this along the way. You can see how it runs all the way up there. I know the air is not the easiest to see, but it also runs all the way over there along the Gubak Skyway area. If you want to know some of the facts for this wall, it is a defensive wall that was built Joseon Dynasty by, what is his name? King Taejo, to defend the, at the time, smaller capital area. So when you get to this point of the wall, that is where you see these two cafes, which have really great views and just cozy lights. I have been to this one before and it was really nice, so I really recommend coming here. Maybe we can sneak in to take a video. So in the summer I sat here and worked on my laptop and watched the city and the Namsan Tower. So even though most people who watch my videos are Korean and they probably already know this, but I just want to share anyways that this wall runs all around Seoul. It's a famous trail that people do both in bits but also in a full circular thing, and actually thought that it could be really fun to try that challenge myself and see if I can hike that wall in one day. If any of you guys have ever tried that, please let me know in the comments, because I'm a bit nervous for what to prepare and how to prepare. I think it's an 18-kilometer walk. If you know, let me know. Look how pretty it is, the view. The Hanok is right down there. Okay, so I just came back to the Airbnb and I had on my way back gone to see you to buy an ice cup. Then I came back and guess what I see in the freezer? A whole new bag of ice. Of course there's ice here. And you know what else I see? A PB Big ice cream, a red bean ice cream. How many times at a 4 or 5 star hotel have you ever happened to have a freezer in your room already stocked with ice. It never happens. You always have to call someone and ask for a bucket of ice and then you get it. I mean, this is just really, really nice. So I'm gonna try to prepare a bath, and for that I want a mocktail. So I have some tonic water and this tea. So I thought we could just kind of make a little tea, sparkling tea kind of mocktail. Let's see. Obviously need another glass, and then I'm gonna use this tea strainer. Really nice like this. I believe this is the one called Pink Garden, if I'm not wrong. I'm gonna let this soak for a minute. Then it should start to get pink pretty quickly, yeah. So in the bathroom, they have this kind of, what is it? Herbal bath ritual, where you take some of these Korean medicinal herbs and you steep them in this strainer in the kettle for a minute and to activate them, and then you put them in your bath. Bruno Mars입니다. Oh, you're supposed to pair it to the speaker. Oh, take it off, 'cause should've known. Oh. Oh, you can like speed it up. That's so fun. While I waited for the bath to fill up, I sat outside to enjoy the Hanok in the dark. Guys, soon I'm visiting Gyeongju for the first time, and I will see a lot more Hanoks there. So if you want to watch my Gyeongju video when it's uploaded, make sure you're subscribed. Or you can also follow me on Instagram if you want more curated posts and daily life stories. It's so fun how you can hear people walk out here and they're kind of giggling and laughing and like having a good time, and that's just such a vibe. There's even a little stool, so... And I'm just in here in my little Hanok. Ah! Finally time to make our mocktail and have this bath. So this is AC Pack's Pink Garden tea, soaked in tonic water. The last slice. Here is our sparkling tea mocktail. That is really, really good. It is 10:15 and I have just made a breakfast bread. I'm supposed to be out of here before 11. I don't know how that's supposed to happen. I have been really awfully positive about this Hanok experience until now, and I still am, but I think I have found out for myself, if I have to film a video and stay somewhere and enjoy it at the same time, I need 2 nights, because this has become like a time battle and not a wellness battle. So next time when I'll film in a hotel or a Hanok or any kind of experience that I want to share, I need 2 nights. Oh my god. I want to prepare this tea ceremony because that's the whole point of this day. This is Jeju green tea. 80 degrees warm water that goes into it. We let that chill for a bit. So we have our tea in here. Let me show you how it looks while we wait for that. Then a bowl of yogurt with some of the strawberries, and then a plate of 2 hopefully soft-boiled eggs, some cheese, and a piece of Danish bread with some pesto. A bit of Danish-Korean fusion breakfast in this Hanok, which I think is really lovely. Pesto. I can't believe I'm eating Danish bread in a Korean Hanok. I actually brought this from Denmark in my suitcase. My freezer is completely stocked like with this bread, and I allow myself 2 pieces a week. So it's enough until I go back to Denmark next time. You're probably wondering, why are you so crazy about this bread? But let me explain it to you very simply. This bread is to Danish people what rice is to Korean people. Can you imagine living without rice? Imagine if you only had 1 kilo of rice that would have to last you for 6 months. So is a Hanok stay better than a 5-star hotel stay? It's kind of like choosing your favorite child. Not that I have any, but you know what I mean, right? I'll let it up to you guys to tell me your opinion in the comment section. What would you rather experience? So I will talk to you there or in my next video. Bye bye!